Hi and welcome to this new lecture of Math 112 where we discuss the reflection of points on two-dimensional space. Every point on two-dimensional space, as we know, has an x-coordinate and has a y-coordinate. For example, P1, 2, and 9, whose x-coordinate is 2 and whose y-coordinate is 9. Any point in two-dimensional space can be reflected with respect to x-axis, y-axis, and the origin. For example, if you take this x and y coordinates as being shown here and take the point P1 with coordinates 2 and 9, we can reflect this with respect to x-axis, and in that case, this x-axis or the horizontal axis would act like a mirror. And then the reflection of this point would be on the other side of the mirror, obviously, with the same distance from the x-axis. Now this P1, 2, and 9 and x reflection of 2 and minus 9 having the same distance from the x-axis. Therefore, this is the x reflection of P1. Likewise, we can find the y reflection of this point, which is on the other side of y-axis, because y-axis would act as the mirror here with the same distance from the y-axis, and that would be the point y ref with coordinates minus 2 and 9. Now if you look at minus 2 and 9, this point has the same distance from the y-axis, then it is the reflection of the P1 with respect to y-axis. And finally, we can find the reflection of this point with respect to the origin. And in that case, the origin would act like a mirror, and then the y reflection would be minus 2, minus 9. If you look at this point and at that point, they are having the same distance from the origin. Therefore, this is the O reflection or the reflection of the point P1 with respect to the origin. As a summary, if you have a point on two-dimensional space P, A, and B, the x reflection of this one would be A and minus B. That is, the sign of this y coordinate would change to its opposite. The y reflection would be minus A and B, and the O reflection would be minus A and minus B. For example, if we would like to find the reflection of the point minus 2 and minus 1 with respect to x, y, and the origin, for finding the x reflection, we change the y coordinate to the opposite sign. That's minus 2 and 1. For finding the y reflection, we change the x coordinate sign to the opposite sign. That's 2 and minus 1. And finally, to find the O reflection, we change the sign of both of the coordinates of the given point to their opposite sign, and that is minus 2 minus 1 would be 2 and 1. That means the point 2 and 1 is the O reflection of minus 2 and minus 1.